Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is a update for my Zelda collection. Pretty much all the new stuff I've got in the past couple months. It's quite a bit, so we'll get started. I started collecting pretty much all the Zelda guides, walkthroughs from Nintendo and from Prima. I've got one Brady Games here at the bottom, but I don't think I'll continue to collect those. I'm going to stick with Prima and Nintendo. I just think they're a bit better, including this original Tips and Tactics for The Legend of Zelda. This is really cool. I'm really happy to have this to the collection. Next, we'll just move over here. I got the Game Boy package for Link's Awakening. Also the Super Nintendo package for A Link to the Past. Let me just pull this out so you guys can have a look at it. Got Yoshi on top. It's the Super Nintendo 2nd edition. As you'll notice, it's got the 2 buttons on the side instead of the sliders there in the middle. A nice little graphic, just really cool. A Link to the Past. Speaking of A Link to the Past, this is the official Nintendo release of A Link to the Past comic book. Really great artwork on that. Just really excited to have that as well. We got the children's book, Moblin's Magic Spear, which is actually a book on tape. That's pretty fun. This is all the Twilight Princess cards. It's complete with the silver. I do not have the 9 gold cards though, because they're just ridiculously expensive. I don't think I will. I don't think it's worth it to me. This is the complete 1989 Nintendo Topps game packs, starting with Link, Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link. I got some Mario, Super Mario 2, Punch Out, Double Dragon, and that's the complete set there. Also, right over here, this is the pre-order special for the Twilight Princess. It's an authentic replica of the Hylian shield and the Master Sword. I don't know if this video camera does it justice at all, but it's just insane, the detail on the sword and the shield. It's beautiful. Underneath that is proof of authenticity with a printed signature of Shigeru Miyamoto. Really cool collector's piece to have. Came with the soundtrack. Here's the Zelda Game Watch, which was made after the Zelda Game & Watch, which I will show you. This is pretty much the holy grail of my Zelda collection. This is a perfect, like, mint condition Zelda Game & Watch. The first handheld for a Zelda game, just beautiful. Here's another copy of the Game Boy package. This one's just a little bit better condition, so I put it on top. The other one's in good condition too. Is just, as you'll see, the sticker's a little scuffed over here, and this won't stay shut all the way, and that annoys me. Over here, I didn't have this last time. This is the number 12 figure, Engineer Link. This is a secret character to get in that series, and it's really hard to find. So I'm really happy to get that. I know I showed you all these collector's editions last time, but I recently got this, the Hyrule Historia from Japan. This has got the Nintendo's official Zelda timeline, which, in my opinion, I don't want to think of it that way. I like to think of Zelda games as just being parallel dimensions, and they can happen at any point in history. I don't like to try and put a timeline to them, to be honest, but that's there. I really hope they come out with an American version of that. I hope Nintendo of America gets on that and releases it, because this book has just got some amazing artwork. Just another one of my favorite pieces just to look at. It's just beautiful. Oh, over here, this is a really rare game. Zelda's Adventure for the Philips CDI. Probably one of the rarest Zelda video games that I have, and probably one of the worst Zelda video games I have. I'm sure you've all seen, you know, angry video game reviews on this. It is just horrible, but at the same time, it is quite the collector's piece for Zelda fans. This one is just ridiculous. Sorry about all that glare. These are the two that came out the year before. Pretty sure it was 1994. The Wand of Gamelon and The Faces of Evil. That's the cardboards for those. Also here, I got the Japanese version of the collection on the GameCube, which is just ridiculously rare. I collect these Japanese versions because I think they're way more interesting the way they package them than here in America. For instance, here's the Game Boys. You got Link's Awakening, DX on the Game Boy Color. These are the two Oracles, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Really cool colors. I mean, you don't see this on any other Zelda. You got a bright orange and then like an aqua blue. I love the way that the Japanese games are packaged. I just think they're amazing. Just take those out so you can take a look at them. It's the first Famicom, The Legend of Zelda, the Hyrule Fantasy, the green cartridge. And Link Zelda 2 never came out on the cartridge, it came out on the disc system. So there's the original, the Zelda 1. There's Zelda 2 there. These are the ones that are like little Nintendo floppy disks. I really like having these. I like the way they're packaged. Also, you got the Barcode Battler, which everybody hates. I like it, you know. I'm glad to have it. You got Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. You got Tingle's, this is like their Joust rip with Tingle. It's a Nintendo Club Japan exclusive. Here's Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. Of course, didn't come out here in the States, but I got the PAL version, so I can play as weird little Tingle. You know, I recently started having an appreciation for Tingle. I used to hate him, hate his character, but I recently played through the Majora's Mask series again, and oh my god, I love that game so much. I really wish I would have given this game more of a chance back when after Ocarina of Time. I think I just thought it was too much different. I didn't enjoy the timer. I didn't like that. I felt rushed, but I replayed it, and to be honest, this is one of my favorite Zelda games now. I'll go ahead and show you the Japanese version of Majora's Mask. Of course, you know, these Japanese versions are just insane, like the amount of detail they put in the instructions, and they got stickers. They're just so much more detailed than the American versions. I'll do an unboxing on all the Japanese on one of these videos because they're just amazing. I love them so much. It's the Japanese Ocarina of Time. I showed you guys this last time. My gold Wind Waker. It's got both the discs in it. Then of course you got all those standards releases here for all your GameCube games, including the collector's edition and then pre-order for Wind Waker. There's the steel box, Link's crossbow, which I kind of hide because I don't consider it much of a game. Here's the Game of the Year editions for Twilight Princess, Four Swords, and Wind Waker. Here's all my, let's see, what is this, second release, third release, first release. Just random copies that I don't have boxes for. That's one I got for really cheap because a game store was going out of business, and they sold me like a really pretty nice copy of Link's Adventure, or the Adventure of Link, for around $5. I mean, it had the box, the styrofoam, the instruction manual. The cart was almost flawless. Really happy to get that. There's the regular version of Ocarina of Time. This is kind of cool. I don't know if you can take it out, it's all stacked up. But this is a VHS that Toys R Us would send out to kind of show kids upcoming video games. I remember getting one of these for Donkey Kong Country. I never got the Majora's Mask. I was probably a little bit too old to be getting videotapes from Toys R Us at the time, but yeah, that's a pretty cool little take on it. Has the people talking about, all the developers talking about the game. I showed you guys this last time, the World Party release for this poster, numbered 1788 out of 2,000. 2,000 of those were made. I just recently got my prize for the Nintendo Club, which is another Skyward Sword poster that looks really good. I'm excited to get that. They said sometime in December. Of course, you got the Ocarina from Songbird.com. This is another really nice, here I won't turn the camera sideways, but The Legend of Zelda by Milton Bradley. This is a really cool board game. This is 100% complete, all the pieces are in there. I have yet to play it, but you know, as soon as I find another person that's willing to put down a couple minutes on this, I'll definitely, maybe I'll make a video of that. And I mean, I've pretty much gone over all these in my last video. You can check that out if you want to see more on that. Oh god, here's something I guess I'm kind of embarrassed about. Maybe that's why I skipped it. But you got The Legend of Zelda, the complete season. This is such a horrible cartoon. It's just, Link talks like a surfer. It's really bad. One of the worst things about it though is the sword, and I like what they did here. They covered up the end of the sword with the Zelda emblem, which is interesting because that sword literally probably ends right where that emblem begins. It is a small little sword, and it looks so puny whenever he holds it, and I'm pretty sure that's why they made the decision to do that, because that sword looks ridiculous, and it made me hate the series. I mean, there's a lot of reasons I didn't like this show, but that was definitely one of them. But it's nice to have. Whatever. Oh, here's the Japan version, Zelda collection. Pretty sure I already showed you that. Anyways, that's kind of where it's at right now. I got a couple things coming, you know. But I'll probably do some of those Japan unboxings so you guys can see how cool they are inside with all the stickers and instructions and art. And I might even do like a flip through on the Link to the Past comic, because it's really good, really great artwork. I really like it. Alright guys, thanks for checking it out.